The Insta360 X5 solves two of the biggest problems that a 360 camera has. Now, if you ask me, the usual disadvantages to a camera like this would be its ease of use, durability, and image quality. Well, starting with ease of use, the X5 completely solves this problem using a feature called Instant Frame. It uses AI tracking to recognize you and then keep that centered in the frame for the entire shot. This is all done on device in real time, which does require some hardware that we'll talk about later. But the most impressive part by far is it's still capturing 360 degrees at the same time. So when you go on your phone or computer, you will see one file that's completely normal that has the reframed footage. Then you'll see a second file with the 360 footage that you can go back in case it messed up, you can fix it, or you could get a completely different angle. And moving on to durability, which is another big problem of 360 cameras. I'm not going to try to say that this is more durable than a GoPro because the screen is pretty big and the lenses do stick out. But with the X5 compared to the X4, the actual lenses themselves are 100% stronger. You still get the removable lens protectors, but the most notable improvement for the X5 is that you can actually remove the lenses themselves if you get them scratched. Before we talk about image quality, which is probably the most important thing, what other things did they upgrade on this camera? Well, now you have 3 AI chips compared to 1 with the X4. This is going to help your image quality. It can now do 5.7K 60 with active HDR. And of course, it can help out with that instant frame that we talked about earlier. And if you've been waiting for bigger sensors, I am happy to report that we now get 1/1.28-inch sensors compared to half-inch sensors on the X4. The battery is improved all around with a larger capacity. It can run for 185 minutes in endurance mode. It has better heat dissipation, and most importantly, they added fast charging, so 0 to 80% in under 20 minutes. You have a new microphone with a wind guard in front, a new magnetic mounting system. They moved the charging port to the other side with a much easier to open door. So yeah, not a bad upgrade on paper. But the third and final problem of a 360 camera is image quality. And theoretically, the X5 should be better than the X4 because of all of that new tech inside. So when you look at this image quality, let me know what you think. Now filming on the X5 in 8K. We'll compare it to the X4 in just a minute, but you can't really think of this as 8K footage. Initially it is, but then you have to crop all the way down to 1080p to get a video that looks like this. And the selfie stick here is hidden in the stitch line of the two lenses, making it look like a drone. Now we have both of these cameras side by side in the exact same settings. So what do you think of the audio quality, video quality, the dynamic range? And here's an indoor lower light situation in my studio so you can see how that looks. One of the biggest features of this camera is low light video. Because of those better processors and bigger sensors, this is able to get their fairly famous PureVideo mode. And you can do it in the full 360 8K footage. Now comparing it to the X4, you should be able to see a much bigger difference as the X4 has much smaller sensors. It has to drop down to 5.7K and it only has a single processor. Now filming in single lens mode on the X5, comparing it to the GoPro. Single lens mode means that it's just like a normal camera. I move it around and there's no tracking, nothing like that. The advantage being I can shoot up to 4K on this mode. So what do you think of the quality from these two cameras? I also did this at night and the X5 actually had a little bit better dynamic range, but the GoPro had it in quality. With all cameras, there are some cons. And while the new instant frame makes this very easy to use, it's not perfect. Like sometimes it'll be tracking me and then it'll jump off and then come back. Thankfully, you do have that 360 data, but then you have to go back in and reframe, so definitely a con. And the second thing is the image quality is still not as good as a traditional action camera. Even when you put this in the single lens mode, the dynamic range might be better, but the GoPro, especially during the daytime, has that extra layer of detail. And that's why Insta360 makes the Ace Pro 2. Now there are some smaller things I don't like with this, like the software on the phone seems to me to be a little bit not as user-friendly, but this could very well be fixed even when this camera officially launches. So in conclusion, this has bigger sensors, more AI chips, the PureVideo mode, the instant frame mode that I'm using right now, longer battery life, you can replace the lenses, and many more minor features. So if all of that interests you, I will have a link down in the description, and you will get a free gift if you end up using that.